Yo guys, Ghost here, quick little video for you today on some new Battlefield 2042 info. First off, the data miner Temporyal has discovered that the map Discarded, set in India, also has support for the Hazard Zone game mode. Previously, the only map known to have such support was Orbital, although obviously these are all still just speculations. Just because something is in the game files doesn't mean it'll be in the final build. Hazard Zone is rumoured to be similar to Escape from Tarkov, where the goal is to recover data from crashed satellites and extract it without dying and losing your gear. He also says the satellites will have 3 different sizes, most likely requiring a longer time to secure the data depending on the size, and apparently they might even come crashing down during a round as a Levolution event. He found a lot of in-engine data like flaming debris, trails, shockwaves, and impact effects. I can totally imagine a satellite crashing down and just kicking up a ton of dirt, Independence Day style. How awesome would that be? He also discovered files relating to new damage types in Battlefield 2042, namely cold, electricity or EMP, storm, toxic, and radiation. Apparently, there are destroyable cryotanks that can deal cold damage. EMP and storm damage are probably self-explanatory since we know the maps will be littered with tornadoes and whatnot, but it's possible that the poison and radiation damage types could come from other Levolution or triggerable map events. He also found entries for a Halon sprinkler system that you can interact with that could be a source for toxic damage. I gotta say, a sprinkler system, that has to be on the renewal map, which is essentially a giant farm. So we've all been waiting for the beta this week. I think we've probably all heard the rumour going around that it could be this weekend, and I think that makes a lot of sense. DICE also chose this weekend for Battlefield 5's beta back in 2018. They've been very quiet recently, they weren't at Gamescom, and with the game releasing as early as the 15th of October for early access players, if they leave the beta much later, they won't really have very long to make changes and fix any bugs. In addition to that, it looks like the beta builds have been quietly making their way onto both the Microsoft and PlayStation stores. However, it's Tuesday today, and we still haven't heard a thing. So could it be that the beta was originally set for this weekend, but it's been pushed back a little bit? We recently heard news of hacks and cheats being readily available for purchase that will be working in the beta. This beta is a big deal. It's going to be our first proper look at gameplay and will act as a seal of approval for many when it comes to a purchase decision. If it gets flooded by hackers and cheaters from day one of the beta no less, no matter how good the gameplay is, that's going to be very bad for DICE. So it could be that they're making some last minute changes to their anti-cheat system to avoid a scenario like that. Now, it could also be that they simply discovered some large issues during the recent technical playtest, perhaps in regards to crossplay, and they simply want to get those properly ironed out before they drop the beta. After all, DICE haven't actually given us a date besides saying it'll be in September, and they have all of September to deliver on that. However, when last we heard, the game was way ahead of schedule, so even if there has been a delay with the beta, I don't think this will affect the game's full release. Mr. Leaker himself, Tom Henderson, seems to agree with me. He tweeted an email supposedly sent by one of his inside sources that says, "From what I've heard, there have been some internal delays with Battlefield 2042, and that could explain the lack of announcements on the game. I'm not sure what those delays entail, but it's believed that it's not having an effect on the release schedule. If I hear anything, I'll let you know, but things are very hush-hush at the moment." So this supposed insider doesn't really seem to know much more than what we've already surmised. In any case, I do sincerely hope we'll hear something this week. Like I said to you guys during the stream yesterday though, if we haven't heard anything by Wednesday or maybe Thursday, I think we might be looking at next week. It's unlikely that DICE would do a shadow drop during the weekend because they really want people to get a proper heads up and have the opportunity to play this. That's going to do it for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below as always. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more Battlefield, and I'll see you in the next video.